Hi there, Proxies. Welcome to the Zenless Zone Zero version 1.2 special program.
The Bangu's talking
Continuing
to me.
from our last update featuring the demolition case that caused quite a stir, the whereabouts of our main suspect, Pearlman, remain unknown. But there are rumors claiming that he's fled to the Outer Ring. And so, today's program is also coming to you from the boundless Outer Ring. Huh? Who am I? Well, I'm the intelligence broker with the hottest gossip on the scene, Mr. Z. As you
Mr.
can
Z.
see, the vast open reaches of the Outer Ring play host to this update's new story, the Tour d'Inferno. Speaking of the
Tour
Outer Ring,
d'Inferno.
I am sure you have all seen the Sons of Caledon, who operate at the fringes of New Eridu. They own a powerful logistics company by the name of Leaps and Bounds, which can handle deliveries through hollows. Perhaps a few of you proxies have already run into some of their team. Today, we have invited two new friends from the Sons of Caledon to join the program. Let's give a warm welcome to Caesar, the young leader of a legendary biker gang, and Bernice, the master mixologist from the Outer Ring. But, they're still not here. They're late, as expected. Man, I have invested a lot into this program. Bummer. Looks like it's all up to me to tell you about the new content in this version. So, here we are, I guess.
So-
let's get things started. First up
I'm hoping we get
is-
a, like,
Is
I'm
this the
hoping we
place?
get a cowboy Bangu.
Where's Mr. Z? Oh, don't tell me he's late.
I'm over here.
You just ran over a
You all
Bangu.
good, Mr. Z?
Well, you two are a little late.
I love
I
this
don't remember your
art
interest
style.
being like that in the script.
Hey, our way is much cooler.
All right, guess that's why you're the most badass biker gang leaders in logistics in the Outer Ring. Why don't we say hi now?
Hey there, I'm Caesar. Happy to be on the show
I
today.
love Caesar. She's
Hey,
cool.
Proxies,
I'm definitely
Bernice. Today, together with Mr. Z, we're gonna walk you through the new content in version 1.2.
I'm wondering how Bernice plays, because she uses
Thanks for
flamethrowers,
showing
right?
up on time, you two. Now, without further ado, let's get started.
Alright, all you diesel-loving rascals, watching on TV, listening on the radio, and cheering live, gather around. It's your favorite gal, Jolly Jenny here. 30, 40,
Jolly
40,
Jenny.
50 years ago, a young man performed a miracle of diving into the flames and returning a hero. And in just a few minutes, new heroes will recreate the legendary Tour d'Inferno. The rules are simple. Whoever completes the
That is a
ritual
cool
first
ethereal.
will be crowned Overlord. The Tour d'Inferno is officially on! Time for a formal introduction. We're the Sons of Caledon. I'm the current boss, Caesar.
Sword and shield.
I won't
Oh, I
budge,
like that.
even one step!
Sick. Ooh, I like that. Ooh. She's hot.
Ready for a fiery feast?
Ooh, I like her animations.
Warning. A significant increase in ether concentration near Cinderglow Lake has been detected.
The weak and the worthless have no place in this age. With the power of ether, I will establish a new order in this leaderless Outer Ring. A kingdom completely under my control.
Ooh, new boss. He looks sick.
I'm supposed to be here.
Leave it to me!
Caesar! Stop!
Was that a big old orangutan Thyron? Ooh, that's cool. That's cool. I like it.
Whoa, that looks incredible! It appears that the wide open wasteland of the Outer Ring actually has an underground side to it. And when it comes to this place, I'm sure you two are the experts. Could you please give the proxies some insight here?
Leave it to me. The Outer Ring is what people call this underdeveloped zone outside the main urban area of New Eridu. It's farther out than both Janus and Faunus quarters, and closer to this desert wilderness, which you don't get to see inside the city. And while it may not be as rich as the big city, it's blessed with a unique local asset. Oil! That's right, this was the fuel resource used during the old civilization. In the Outer Ring, people don't use etheric matter, but instead rely on oil to
The
sustain
Hobbit.
themselves, while also selling some off to companies in New Eridu. After the old capital fell, folks came out here to start fresh, escape from old memories, and of course, some just want to hide from PubSec. It's not like in the city. The vast Outer Ring has people peppered around and supplies scattered about.
So it's up to the biker gangs to get supplies to the locals.
Biker gangs are highly trusted in the Outer Ring. So, they've also got the best intel around. If you want to survive out here, you'll need them.
Nice. Sounds to me like they're the ultimate messengers in the Outer Ring.
Of course! And among all the biker gangs, the Sons of Caledon are the best around.
Yeah! Wait, we are?
Well, nevertheless, your logistics company, Leaps and Bounds, has certainly made a name for itself in the Outer Ring. After all, not everyone can handle the job of transporting supplies through high-risk hollows.
Yep. If you want a pro job done, just leave it up to the pros.
Yep, and as you might have guessed, we're called a biker gang for a reason. We all ride motorcycles. In this version's adventure, proxies will also get to experience the thrill and joy of riding a motorcycle.
I like that.
Vroom, vroom.
Yep.
Mini games.
Come race with us in the Outer Ring. And as the baddest biker gang around, we got loads of members. Our
They better.
biggest band
Are they going to add
is the
racing
young
to the game? Because
leader
that'd be kind of
the
fun.
Sons of Caledon, Caesar.
Hey, if we're talking fame, you're clearly the real star here.
Nah, I'm just your average mixologist, running the underground drinks operation.
As for what kinds of drinks Bernice sells, well, we're not really at liberty to say right now. But it's safe to say that her drinks are famous throughout the Outer Ring.
Plus, there's Piper and Lucy, who you've already met. They're
Mind you,
members
this is
of the
coffee.
gang, too.
That's right. Piper is the best truck driver around these parts. And Lucy? She's our top supervisor.
Speaking of Lucy, she's always so competitive with Caesar for some reason. If you come to the Outer
Ooh, I
Ring
can't wait.
proxies, you'll probably catch those two squaring off.
Well, here's a friendly tip from a kind gentleman in sunglasses. Don't play referee and try not to get caught in the crossfire.
Crossfire! Don't listen to Lighter's nonsense. Speaking of Lighter, you'll be meeting him too. He'll be facing a pretty tough opponent this time around.
Now that you mention it, the Sons of Caledon must have
Finally,
some
another
serious
guy character.
competition in the Outer Ring, right?
That's for sure.
Even though we're all part of the Motor League, we're not exactly all on the same team. Biker gangs tend to cooperate and compete with each other at the same time.
She,
out here.
I think, I don't know, is that she?
Vanquishers, for example.
Yeah.
They're our biggest rivals. We
Okay.
Sons of Caledon have got a score to settle with them.
Oh, yeah. Time to settle the score.
She reminds me of a
But for the
more
sake of the current
furry, like,
overlord, Pompeii.
Katie.
Now's not the time.
Speaking of Pompeii, everyone in the Outer Ring's been saying they haven't seen him for a while. And nobody knows what he's been up to.
His name's Pompeii.
One day,
That's
he's
some
gonna have to
foreshadowing
give up
right
his
there.
position as Overlord.
Overlord, huh? Sounds pretty badass.
You know it. And it's not the kind of title that just anyone in the Outer Ring can have. The oil industry runs the old oil field out here, and the whole shebang relies on support from the Motor League. The Overlord's the strongest among the biker gangs. As the head of the Motor League, the Overlord wields their power to... What was it again?
Hey, didn't Lucy tell you to memorize all those lines like 1,000 times before coming here? Anyways, the Overlord wields the power to designate transport routes as the boss of the Motor League, which is a huge boon. It's like super powerful, like a mixologist with a whole barrel of pure, undiluted nitro fuel.
Yup. Since every biker wants to be the Overlord, we had to find a way to see who's the winner. So we came up with the Cross Hollow Motor Race, the Tour d'Inferno.
A race? Sounds like we can expect to see some real cutthroat and underhanded action.
What do you mean, cutthroat and underhanded?
Whoever wins or loses is decided fair and square.
I heard there's a famous legend about the Torte Inferno in the Outer Ring. So, I have a
love
feeling
artwork in this
things
game.
aren't as simple as they sound.
I love how all the
Caesar
different little
and Bernice
artworks
put in a ton of work to prepare for the Torte Inferno. And since I am an intelligence broker, I've kept dossiers on you two for quite a while now.
Oh, yeah? Let's see what it says about me.
Ah, come on, don't leave us hanging!
Caesar King, the most badass rider in the Outer Ring.
physical
An
defense.
S-rank physical defense agent, adept at using both sword and shield in combat. When the enemy launches an attack, if Caesar successfully blocks it with her shield, it triggers a perfect block, allowing her to negate the damage and immediately follow up with the next move of a special attack or EX special attack. When she triggers a perfect block, defensive assist, or meets other certain requirements, she applies debuffs to surrounding enemies, allowing her squad members to deal more damage to them.
Play it right, and it can be a slick way to attack and debuff at the same time.
That's correct. When Caesar is in combat, she can protect on-field squad members and boost their anti-interrupt level by providing a shield with her EX special attack, chain attack, and ultimate. When launching her ult, Caesar swings her shield and charges into the battlefield in the Overlord's Grace stance, dealing damage to enemies.
Yep. I might be a defense agent, but that's because it's what I'm best at. I still know how to make the pain rain.
That's Caesar for you. She can take a hit
She's so
and
cool.
strike back twice as hard.
And hot.
Can't be a leader if you don't protect your team.
Absolutely. Now let's take a look at Miss Bernice's files. Miss Bernice
Her
is
looks
an S-rank
remind
fire
me,
anomaly agent
though,
who fights
of-
with dual flamethrowers.
Oh, what's her name from
Mixer and Shaker are simply
Impact.
too hot to handle.
Third.
When in combat, Bernice alternates between her two flamethrowers, Mixer and Shaker, to fire continuously, while using her nimble moves to dodge enemy attacks. If needed, Miss Bernice can also concentrate her firepower to unleash blazing hot flames from both flamethrowers in a short burst, dealing massive damage and inflicting fire anomaly buildup. It's worth noting that when Bernice builds up enough heat, she enters the nitro fuel cocktail state. In this state, when a teammate's attack hits an enemy, it triggers Afterburn, dealing an extra instance of fire damage. In battle, Bernice can use her EX special attack to quickly burn enemies while stacking up heat to trigger the nitro fuel cocktail state. Even if you switch to another agent, the Afterburn effect continues to trigger, steadily accumulating fire anomaly buildup on enemies. When the decibel rating is maxed out, she can unleash her ult, jumping into the air and raining down a storm of flames on her enemies.
Someone's here to challenge you. I'll help.
I want to see
But
the
this
Sons
is
of Caledon
Bernice we're talking
Bingo.
about. She's still a force of nature on her own.
She sure is. Before she joined the Sons of Caledon, there was a time when Miss Bernice worked alone. Now that I come to think of it, I've always felt like Bernice brings so much energy to everyone around her. Carefree and unrestrained, like she could burn away all your troubles in one go. With her flamethrowers,
Yeah, she's the perfect friend. As long as she never whips you up a meal with Mixer and Shaker.
If you're feeling down, just have a Bernie special.
you will also go on an adventure with Bernice in the Outer Ring, during which you can discover her bright and optimistic side and deepen your friendship. Bernice has also prepared a surprise for
Damn.
you. We'll leave it to you to find out what it is. As for Caesar, she's the kind of person who just naturally oozes leadership vibes.
That's right. Caesar's pretty reliable 95% of the time. Whenever there's an argument, she always knows how to get people to come around.
Come around? You mean violently? And what about that last 5%?
Yeah, if you got fragile stuff that you treasure, like expensive skincare products, you better keep it out of Caesar's reach.
No wonder Lucy roasts you every chance she gets. You totally deserve it.
And every good roast has to burn!
Looks like members of the Sons of Caledon get along pretty well.
Of course. But while we're discussing a couple of Sons of Caledon members, let's not forget about our comrade in arms, Red Marcus.
Ah, that's right. As a member of the Sons of
He's
Caledon,
riding
you
a
can find
motorcycle?
Red Marcus
That's
dressed in leather, riding
cool.
a custom bike into battle. When Red Marcus launches his chain attack, it charges at the enemy on a spike, steamrolling them and triggering a powerful explosion. Well, we've covered a lot of content already, but now we're finally at my favorite part. In version 1.2, proxies will have a chance to recruit Caesar and Bernice as their agents from the exclusive channels Ember Crowned Overlord and Born to Burn. In the first half of this version signal search, proxies will be able to obtain the limited S-rank agent Caesar and S-rank W agent Tusks of Fury. Both will be available in their respective channels.
We look forward to working with you, Phaethon.
And in the second half, Miss Bernice will be making her appearance in her
I
own
wasn't
signal search.
aware that Bernice
Limited
was
S-rank
S-rank.
agent Bernice and S-rank W agent.
Why did I
Shaker
imagine she was an
await you.
Yeah,
A-rank?
yeah! Time to show off your power move!
Of course. And as mentioned earlier, Red Marcus will also be joining us in the
He's
new
cool.
version. All right. I think it's about time for us to show the redemption code. Proxies, are you ready? Consider it a token of our appreciation. Just don't forget to redeem it before it expires. Apart from the exciting main storyline, there will also be many fun events that you won't want to miss in version 1.2. It all started in a diner in the Outer Ring.
Oh? Isn't this Blazewood?
That's right. During the Overlord's Feast event, proxies will take on a commission from the mayor of Blazewood and revamp an old diner. Working as staff, you'll handle everything from serving guests to cooking in the kitchen. While running the diner, proxies will learn a lot of interesting stuff about the Outer Ring, including some fun stories about the agents from the Sons of Caledon. Also, as a reward, proxies will get to contract A-rank agent Lucy.
Nice.
Now it's your turn, Proxies. Brace yourselves for some classic Lady Lucy sass.
Next up, a new minigame called Bizarre Brigade will be available at Osh's Arcade. As far as I know, players take on the role of a little traveler in the game and fight off enemies with the friends you made
Oh,
along the way.
cool.
That's right. Players
little
can get a
vampire
variety of
survivor
random items
game?
during the different exploration stages, which
That's
will have a
cool.
huge impact on your fighting style and ability to survive.
Ooh, sounds like there'll be something new every time you play the game.
It's also worth mentioning that apart from earning polychromes by completing the event, proxies will also be able to unlock more new characters in the minigame. Additionally, in the event Roaming the Ether, proxies will receive a vintage computer terminal from the old civilization that the Cunning Hare salvaged from Hollow Zero. Nicole reckons there's some super important info stashed inside.
Nicole's gifts always keep me on my toes.
I wonder what that info could be.
Yeah, who knows? It will be up to the proxies and Fairy to find out. Now, let's switch things up and head back to New Eridu for some fun and casual activities.
Psst, there will be hidden puzzles at the newsstand for you to discover.
You heard her right, proxies. You'll be able to join the Redo Tours puzzle event at the newsstand and unlock different puzzles which depict some interesting stories about New Eridu.
Oh, and you'll also be able to earn polychromes and name cards as rewards for completing the event. Speaking of which, 141 Convenience Store is leading the way in setting up a neighborhood night market, right?
Oh yeah. Looks like I'm not the only one with an inside scoop.
You know it.
Anyway, Shaw will work with proxies to bring this market together. If you manage to complete the task,
So they're doing this
then
one
there
again,
will be
again.
some fantastic
Again,
rewards
again?
to thank you for
But
helping
yeah, they're
out.
doing this one again.
Ooh.
Besides this casual event, we have also added a new series of combat commissions in version 1.2. So be sure to check those out if you're interested. Additionally, there will be some new challenges winning a notorious hunt and expert challenge for proxies to try out in the new version. And that's not all. We also have new drive discs coming in this update, Chaos Jazz and Protopunk. Proxies can obtain them from new stages in routine cleanup.
We're stopping here for a second. Okay, anomaly plus 30. Fire and electric damage increased by 50% when off field. Damage dealt by X special attacks and assist attacks is increased by 20%. When the character switches back on the field, this buff continues for 5 seconds. The lasting effect can be triggered every 7.5 seconds. Shield effect. When any squad member triggers a defensive assist or evasive assist, all squad members deal 15% increased damage. That's interesting. This is very good. This is is pretty good too. But you
Provide
could use it as a
proxies with a better
two-piece
experience.
with the
version
anomaly
1.2 will
proficiency.
have a limited time event where you can obtain double the drops.
Or do
So
you
you
wanna
should be able to get your
increase
hands
the
on the
fire and
materials you
extra
need
damage?
in
That's
no
interesting.
time. Don't forget, we've also got other events lined up waiting for you all to discover that are just as cool.
I heard there'll be some fun new game modes in version 1.2.
That's right. A brand new game mode, Investigator Training Course, will become available in version 1.2. This mode offers 4 different courses where you can get a taste of what it's like to be a Holo investigator and learn some basic and practical knowledge about Holo exploration. Each combat course will offer buffs tailored to different factions, and you will even get to use agents you don't own yet to take on formidable enemies. And there's more! After unlocking the tactical course, you can assign your agents to undergo continuous tactical exercises in simulated Holo environments, earning experience along the way.
Yep, sounds neato burrito. Now, even newly recruited agents can keep up with the team's progress.
Meanwhile, there are also
That's
some
so
new
cool.
changes coming to Holo Zero. We have already lowered the requirements for unlocking Withering Garden in version 1.1. Now, there are no more level requirements. Proxies can unlock it by completing the prerequisite stages. In version 1.2, we're introducing a new Blitz mode to Withering Garden. This mode allows you to dive straight into combat and rack up your weekly investigation points without having to explore the TV board.
That's
After
a
each
good
fight, you'll earn a
quality of life.
Resonium surprise box with several Resonia of the same type. For those who love a challenge, you can choose different modifiers to crank up the difficulty. Just a heads up, you'll earn extra investigation points for doing so, and we have added this feature to exploration mode as well. Naturally,
I like
the
that.
harder the challenge, the greater the rewards. We hope you all find the experience you're looking for and have a blast.
I love this update.
I like that.
After the
That's
update,
good.
Proxies can check in to collect
Ted
10 encrypted
Pool!
master tapes and 10 boopons.
Awesome!
Incredible!
I heard Mr. Z's got some exclusive intel up his sleeve about some game optimizations that you proxies have been discussing lately.
So, fill us in with all the deets, please, Mr. Z.
First, let's take a look at the optimization of the HDD monitor array, commonly known as TV mode. Now, for proxies who have already completed and met certain criteria for commissions that include TV mode gameplay, Fairy will help you retrieve any unclaimed observation data and rewards from previous attempts if you're willing to give her some time. In other words, you only need to explore the board once to collect all the rewards. In addition, we have optimized the TV mode to make everything feel smoother. Some event animations will play faster and you will be able to skip certain parts.
That's
We've
good.
also
We like
adjusted
that.
the interactions for some common events, cutting down on the number of close-up scenes. Overall, there are many improvements to the TV board experience in the new version, and you'll definitely notice the difference.
Righto!
Meanwhile, we're also releasing a backup battery charge function in the new update.
That's good
Yeah!
news for busy people.
Ooh.
Even if you can't log
Yeah!
in, you'll still keep building up
We
battery
love that.
charge. And when you finally have some free
Put it
time,
in Genshin,
you
god
can
damn
use
it.
all that stamina you've collected.
Precisely. Next up is a feature I've been looking forward to for quite some time.
Tell it to my face.
We have updated the squad configuration system to
Yes.
let proxies save and use
Yes.
priestess squads. You can
I
jump
love
straight
this.
into combat with
I
your
love
priestess
it.
squad right from the deployment interface. On top of that, you can also decide whether or not to bring a Bangbu into battle. At the same time, we have also introduced a new feature to quickly switch squads in Shiyu defense.
Ooh, so the experience is getting smoother and smoother.
We like that. These are good quality of
No
life
need to manually
changes.
change squads every time.
I've been looking forward to this update for a while. But I remember last time someone said something about playing as agents inside the city. So, how's that all coming along?
In version 1.2, proxies will get to explore new Eridu from the perspective of Caesar and Bernice. But that's not all. You'll also be able to switch freely between Wise and Belle.
Choosing's for chumps. You really can have it all.
And even though it won't be in the upcoming update, by version 1.4, proxies will be able to explore the city freely as any one of your agents. Also, once proxies complete a certain amount of the main storyline, starting from version 1.2, you'll be able to advance the clock as you wish. No longer will proxies have to worry about getting stuck due to time during a quest. And we've got even more ideas up
That's
our
good.
sleeves that
We
are
like
all
that.
coming along nicely. All right, looks like today's special program is coming to a close. But
Is it?